Hi, my name is Tatiana, and today I'm going to be talking about the climate change in Texas. So, climate change offers substantial environmental issues in Texas, such as extreme weather occurrences, increasing temperatures, changed precipitation patterns, and more wildfires are among the specific challenges. This problem is exacerbated by human activities such as greenhouse gas emission from companies and transportation. The impact areas include coastal regions coping with sea level rise, interior areas dealing with droughts, and urban areas dealing with heat waves and air quality issues. The government agency, industries, environmental organizations, research institutions, and impacted communities are all key stakeholders. Texas' diversified ecosystems and long coastline render it vulnerable to a variety of climate-related concerns. To address the effects of climate change, ongoing initiatives include scientific monitoring, adaptation techniques, and mitigation measures. Collaborative and comprehensive measures are essential for mitigating negative effects on the environment, infrastructure, and communities throughout the state. The first picture I have on this slide is the average temperature trends from 1975 through 2020. Since 1975, the temperature increase in Texas alone has been 0.61 Fahrenheit each decade, and it has been 0.36 Fahrenheit per decade worldwide. The next picture I have on this slide is the average daily maximum temperature across Texas. Temperatures in Texas increased significantly in the early 20th century, and they fell little until the 1970s, and then they surged again. The last picture that I have on this slide is the average annual number of 100 Fahrenheit days. The linear trend reveals that the number of triple-digit days in the state has about doubled over the last 45 years. On this slide, the first picture that I have is overall precipitation trend from 1895 through 2020. Rainfall quantities rise from west to east, with the southeast portion of the state around Beaumont receiving more than 8 times the yearly rainfall of certain El Paso locations. The next picture that I have is the mean Palmer Drought Severity Index. And the Palmer Drought Severity Index, which incorporates the influence of temperatures on dryness, was used to quantify the state's yearly cumulative drought severity. The last picture I have is the number of examined stream gauges exhibiting no statistically significant trends, with almost 60% of Texas metropolitan growing stream gauges in Harris County alone. Climate changes are likely to include both man-made and natural impacts. The impacts investigates the repercussions such as temperature rise, changing precipitation, sea level rise, severe weather, and ecological changes and socioeconomic effects. The mitigation and adaptation discusses techniques for lowering emissions, shifting to renewable energy, and adapting to climate-related difficulties. Scientific evidence includes facts from climatology and environmental science domains that support anthropogenic climate change. The current status of climate change in Texas. As of now, the climate change is still a major worry in Texas. Climate change poses a number of difficulties for the state, including rising temperatures, shifting precipitation patterns, higher risk of extreme weather events, and the consecutive for ecosystems, communities, and infrastructure. Effects to solve these concerns are underway, but the complexity of climate change presents considerable hurdles. Initiatives in Texas focus on many critical areas, such as expansion of renewable energy. They have adaptation plans, and Texas universities and research organizations are actively exploring the effects of climate change and finding new solutions. Policy and advocacy. There is a growing emphasis on climate policies and advocacy. Some multiplications of groups advocate for stronger environmental restrictions and promote substantial practices. The next steps and support. Individuals in Texas may participate in a variety of ways to fight climate change. A few ways are you can join local environmental groups of communities dedicated to climate action. You can support policies that encourage renewable energy. You can volunteer and help environmental groups with restoration projects, cleanup efforts, and teaching programs on climate change and sustainability. as well as personal acts. You can make individual lifestyle adjustments to minimize your carbon footprint, such as taking public transport, conserving energy, and implementing sustainable practices at home. In conclusion, in Texas, unaddressed climate change may result in growing economical difficulties such as more frequent extreme weather events, prolonged droughts, water scarcity, and greater heat waves. Economic consequences might include infrastructural damage, increase in healthcare, and agricultural loss. Vulnerable groups, particularly those on the coast and low-lying areas, may experience displacement as sea levels rise, and health and socioeconomic inequalities may exacerbate. Proactive efforts in Texas may boost resilience. Conservative ecosystems provide economic opportunities and safeguard communities, resulting in more sustainable and resilient future.